Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to Festus Challenge Gold Playoffs. I am Imagine, and with me once more today, filling in and graciously gracing us with his presence, is Shink. How's it going, Shink?
Doing well, doing well. Glad to be here. How's it going?
It's going good, man. I am so hyped up for these finals. I've been spamming my own chat with a bunch of hype emotes, because that's how excited I am for today. We're going to have an amazing set of matches to determine who will be the first Hephaestus Challenge season champion. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they want to call it. I don't know if it's a summer champion. I don't know if it's season one, whatever. Somebody will be crowned today, and that somebody will be coming from a pool of 5 or 6 different teams. Zill's Merry Men, Sky Invading Rhinos, Glower Thralls, Cake, Holy Roman Army, or the Riders. Of course, on
Yeah.
this channel, today we will be taking the A and C games. So we'll start off with the Merry Men versus Sky Invading Rhinos, followed up by whoever is the victor out of there versus the Holy Roman Army. And whoever comes out of this first match is going to have a tough time versus that team for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Being undefeated in the regular season, the Holy Roman Army is a force to be reckoned with. It's going to be quite interesting to see what we come up with, what Sir comes up with here, because this is going to be the fighting rights to battle Holy Roman Army. Maybe get some payback for in the season. You never know. Also, the bottom bracket, the Cake Thralls and Riders. That's going to be an interesting fight as well. Back over on Lito's channel. So a lot of good matches here today. A lot of interesting stuff is going to get played out.
Yep. Sorry guys, here for a sec. My game actually crashed, so I'm trying to get that set back up here.
Can't have it all.
You
Unfortunately.
might want to let people in the lobby know real quick,
Yeah, absolutely.
so that we don't get started. But anyway, yes, it should be quite an interesting set of matches here, as we are going to get started in just a moment, as soon as I can get everything settled. Where's A? There we go. Okay, and then we edit that.
Like it never happened.
And there we go. There's the team. So our first match, of course, is once again Merry Men versus the Sky Invading Rhinos. And so these two teams met actually in the finals, or the final match of the season, and it wasn't without some controversy. We had some problems with some crashing stuff, and there's a question about there being a rematch or something of that sort. Eventually, it turns out that Merry Men did end up winning the game, as Sky Main Rhinos just ended up kind of forfeiting that because it was, I don't know. The entire thing was kind of a mess, so we're not going to worry about it. Sky Main Rhinos fought themselves back through the Silver League playoffs anyway, and now we get a little bit of a rematch here. So the match that was not is once again the match that will be.
Yeah, and now that Sky Invading Rhinos have seen some of the tactics that Zill and his merry men do perform, I wonder if they prepared for that for a little bit. The map is paired in Rumble, so it is going to be quite interesting, quite close together, quite jam-packed, very action-filled. So it's going to be interesting, going to be fun.
Yeah, I mean the map that they had before in the previous matchup was going to be Northern Fjords, I believe, and Sky Invading Rhinos were taking Galleon there, and so very much different of a build up here. Of course, guys, do remember that this is a best of 3 situation now here in the gold playoffs, no longer a best of 1. So it's one of those things where in a best of 1, really either team has an equal chance to win. No matter how better one team is than the other, really anything can happen in a single match. But in the best of 3, usually whoever plays the better that day, whoever has the advantage in matchups, whoever has the advantage in practice, whoever has the advantage in the luck factor going in their way, that team will end up winning out in a best of 3.
Yeah, it's going to be these two teams hard fought. It does look like Sky Invading Rhinos do have a couple of subs. It looks like maybe Lochnagar has been in for them before. I have not seen Morlius though, so that's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Though I could be wrong. Uh,
Yeah, I mean the Lochnagar, I know that has flying in with them. Trying to remember if Morlius has been with them.
I've not
I
seen him.
honestly cannot remember.
Yeah, it's that caster's memory. I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
full well now.
All right, now guys, before we do get started in this match, I just would like to let you know. I know most of you know about this already, but just in case you don't, we of course do have two streams going on at once. We have the other stream going at robindan.tv/live, so do go watch that dual stream link there. You will be able to pick up on both sides of the bracket there. But we are still getting here into our first match between Zill's Merry Men and Sky Invading Rhinos. It will be, of course, once more on Parrot and Rumble. This map, personally, one of my favorites. If nothing aesthetically speaking, I love the way this map looks. And but it can be quite hard to fly around on. And let's get some quick ship loadouts going on here on the Merrymen side, captained by Rear Admiral Zill himself. We do have a Blenderfish once more. It is a heavy carrier up front with a flamethrower and a flare gun on the side. And on the Macbeth, that is captained by Two Left Socks. We've got the good old trusty Metaminian Gatling mortar up front with a flamethrower and mine launcher on the side. Zinc, Shink, are you able to get the other ships?
I was sort of loaded in, but I still can't see the gun, so you might as well take
All
it from
right.
here.
On the Sky Invading Rhino side, we've got the Grand. This is Phelan's ship. It's got a Gatling and mortar up front with a carronade and a flare gun on the side. And on the Rambition, that is captained by Wunsols, we've got a Hades light flak combination with Artemis and flare gun on the side. So we got double pyro going on against a Blenderfish, and that can be a little bit of a tough tough matchup there for our Blenderfish.
Yeah, absolutely. The hole covering the balloon is gonna be a problem for the Blenderfish, though I do believe Zill has a plan for that. He doesn't go into anything without a plan, to be honest. Spots have been thrown down, shots have been fired by that Hades. Nothing really connecting, nothing really causing much damage.
Yep.
No damage at all.
A couple of Hades shots connected, but really unless you get like, the majority of a clip into a ship, yeah, it's not gonna do too much. Especially if you got things as well chem sprayed as they do have on that vessel currently. Now this is a little bit of a weird ring around the rosy here as the Ambition and the Grand circle around with then it caught fire and Macbeth, who are now sinking back down in the clouds.
Yeah, it looks like they want to try to get either out. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to just run right now and try to get some situational awareness or just turn around. Rambition is coming up high. A flare has been thrown, so they know exactly where they are. See what happens here.
That flare, it's there for a little while. Of course, flares on this map aren't as great as it could be on other maps because of the fact that these clouds, as you do see, do fly on by. The wind does blow on this map, so that's why it can be rather tough to maneuver around at times, because even if you're trying to stand still, you're still going to get blown around by the wind, and especially if you're next to a building, it can get quite hairy.
Or those cranes. You got to love those cranes. I want to see one match here where no pilots ever crash into a building, and it's never going to happen with this jam-packed building centric map. I mean, you're going to be crashing no matter how experienced you are. You're going to be hitting those cranes, those devilish cranes.
These cranes right here. Yeah, you think you might think you just get past the building and suddenly you're hitting off a crane, and then there's some really nasty parts around the map where there's a crane up top and like the bridge spikes underneath, and you think okay, I'm gonna dip under this crane, and then you crash into the bridge, but Oh, I mean, there you go. Zeal is one of the most accomplished pilots in the game, and he just took a little bounce off. And this actually might be terrible for him, as their ambition is going to come right behind. But their ambition is the one with the Hades light flak, and they are getting in the short range here. The main reprieve here so far is that Venicott Fire has been bouncing around the buildings. Grand is just way out of position. That armor is already down on their ambition, but they just won't be able to get the kill off as the Macbeth just too slow turning around. Now Grand are going to come around the back.
Yeah, Macbeth needs to either dodge, he needs to do something with height of value here.
It's just turning so slowly. That Gatling and mortar from the Grand, and a nice ram there as well. And now the Macbeth gets taken down. So a great start for Zeal's Merry Men just gets turned on its head.
Yeah, now there's turning on the Venicott Fire. It's just a short. There goes the whole mortar fire is going to be raining in here. Zill's going to try to do some vertical movement here, but it's just not going to work here. With that Hades and that Gat mortar flying in, it's just too much DPS. Though they are starting to run. I don't think they're going to get far.
Yeah, and it does look like we are having some of that slow-mo going on. As you can even tell by how fast or slash slow those shots were connecting. Like the Gatling was going for the entire time.
Yeah, now we got fire going down, and there then a caught fire goes.
Yeah, I mean then a caught fire was going to be hard for them to get anything out of that. And that was just a matter of you know, they caught the ground, or sorry, they caught the Grambition and just weren't able to finish him off fast enough, and that allowed the Grand to get on back and come rescue their teammate. Rambition did take some damage, however, at least, and you know, that's at least something that the Merry Men have going for them, is that they were able to put some permanent damage onto one of these ships at least.
So hopefully they can come back with a 2-0 on the Sky Invading Rhinos here. Though Macbeth has spotted the Grand. Shots have been opened up. No pauses can ever be thrown here. We are in combat. Hades shots are missing though.
Yep, and it's going to be one of those interesting things of, in this match, is how well that Hades light flak can actually do in this rather close range map. I mean, if you can get a ship backing up like this, yeah, sure, it'll be effective. But if you get caught in a close range like the Ambition did in that previous engagement, it's going to be a little bit of a problem. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, Venicott Fire has spawned in. He is spotted, so they know where they are, and there's just going to be a what are Zill's Merry Men going to do? I want to say they want to get one of those ships at least down. They want to pop that balloon, make sure that that's getting repaired so that they can focus on another ship. Grand is coming in. Rambition is kind of hanging back as what it should be doing.
A little bit of a split fire going on here from the Sky Invading Rhinos for a sec, but now they are focused on the Macbeth. Grand's balloon, however, has gotten down. Macbeth's armor is still up. Now it's finally down, and here comes those light flak shots, and oh man, those two that combined fire just going to work on those two ships. And now the problem is that even though the Venicott Fire has a Grand in a you know, merciful position here, as it's getting the balloon down and grounded, starting to get grinded down into the ground, there's still a lot of damage that's coming right into the Venicott Fire between these two ships.
Yeah, that armor is now down. It's going to be a mad rush to get that repaired. The Grand's not actually doing any of the DPS. This is all coming from the Rambition and that Hades flak.
Yeah, those carronades are actually taking out some of the Grand's front weapons there.
Absolutely, yeah. And we see the Macbeth has spawned right next to the Rambition. We got to see. Yep, there goes the fire. He's gonna try to get the Rambition down, and that's a good play by Two Left Socks there.
Yep,
hopefully
Rambition. Oh, the Venicott Fire takes or tries to, I think, go over Grand. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. That's actually, oh, Rambition takes a bounce off the bridge there, so that'll actually keep Venicott Fire alive for a little while the Grand is still getting carronaded here. The problem is that the Rambition has come around the backside and is now getting... Oh, Grand is bouncing around. Will they go down? Yes, they do, but at the same time, Venicott Fire goes down as well, and that is a 4-1 lead. Now the question is, can the Macbeth turn here and get that Gatling mortar fire into Ambition and take that ship down? If they should try to close the distance here and not let those Hades go to work.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to get that distance closed just so that no ammo play comes into effect here. Though the main thing here is that the Rambition is in Zill's Merry Men's spawn area, so
Yep,
not
absolutely.
gonna
And they are going to
expect
take a
much.
bounce off the building. Sorry to cut you off there, but they are taking
No,
a
you're
little
good.
bounce there. Nick Macbeth cannot overshoot this. He has to stay back. They do get that armor down. Will they get the kill? No, they're just not able to do so, as the Rambition will fly him right over. And this is going to give the Grand some time to consider coming on in. But looking at how far they are, I think they might just let the Rambition die here.
I think that's what the plan is.
And here, the Rambition's armor is down, but those mortar shots aren't connecting, and Rambition might actually get away here, although they are going way to the edge of the map, and that's going to push him back. I think they wanted to go around the side of that building, but considering they are at the end of the map, the wind is not going to allow them to do so, and Rambition is it's just a matter of time before they go down here.
Yeah, and the Grand's just simply stay. Oh, he is moving forward just a little bit. He's not going back into this fight. They're too smart for that. Looks like don't want to meet grind.
Yeah, and I mean it's I think the Rambition, if they did want to just meet up, should just let himself get killed there, because at this point now the Grand is really just going to come back in here, and that is something that then it caught fire is waiting for. That armor on the right position is finally down, and but those mortar shots are missing. Those mortar shots are just going totally wild once more. There you go. Finally, it goes down. Took forever to kill the Rambition off.
Yeah, but now the Grand is spotted. This is very, very dangerous. You know Zill is going to start pouncing on the Grand because they've just killed the Rambition. So,
yeah, they've got to be careful though, because that is the Gatling mortar pyre there.
That is, yes. You want to play to its vertical limitations here. It's not a very good. It doesn't have a very good high arc. The Gat mortar is a lot better when your opponent is below you, but when you go high, you can get out of those arcs a lot better. So hopefully that's what the Carronade is going to do here. He's going to knock out that balloon. You do see the Grand moonshining out of there. They don't want any part of this.
Yeah, they did get their
spawn.
They did get their balloon down as they finally got onto those side guns, but the Grand is just backing up as fast as it can. Now Zill's Merry Men do have to be careful here. They only need it's one kill that they need that they've got to play with only, and our ambition is going to come right back in here. Zill has got to see this, and he's got to be careful because that Hades light flak will do a lot of damage. They are getting some of the Grand's guns knocked out too, but as Zill is actually going to slam into a building right there, that's going to pin him to the side. Then it caught fire, is in a lot of trouble here as their ambition is now shooting off at it as well, but they are a little bit too close, and now Macbeth comes in, but the charge actually just deflects them and doesn't really do a whole lot. Rambition slams into the side of the caught fire, knocking out its balloon already. The Grand is now the focus of the Macbeth here, as it was on top of a building, and the Rambition is trying to do something with that caught fire, but once again, those long-range guns, it's going to be very hard for them to really do anything in that short range. So they do turn on the Macbeth, and Macbeth has got to be careful. It's once again Rhinos only need one more kill, but looks like the Grand might just go down here, and oh my god, can the Merrymen actually do this? It is now 4-3, and the Rambition is being caught here by the Gatling, it is being caught by the Gatling here as the Karen is still going down on the Rambition. That armor is already down, and they can just follow this ship to the ground.
This is excellent play by Zill's Merry Men. They kind of just split the two ships apart, and that is what helped them kill the Grand. It was very well played. The Flamer is still wreaking some havoc on an engine, on a gun. It looks like Macbeth is not facing the right way, but Zill is going to go in, going to get that balloon. Grand has spawned in.
Yeah, but once again, they're way on the other side of the map, and it looks like their ambition is really going to try to escape this time. They're going to be helped in their maneuvering here by the wind, and I think they might actually just be able to get away here as they get the favorable wind push to move them around that building, and now they do have the long range guns, so the then caught fire does have to be careful here, although a lot of those Hades are missing.
Yeah, and it does look like Grand is moving in to help here. It looks like the whole health advantage goes to Zill's Merry Men, but the
kill advantage.
Reynolds,
Yeah,
they're moving up.
And they still have that 4-3 lead, so they, one strong ram will finish this off for the Sky Invading Rhinos, and then it caught fire, and Macbeth charging forward. Macbeth might just be able to get over the top of that building. They do have the armor of their ambition down. The Grand is actually gonna, looks like it's gonna turn over to shoot at the then it caught fire. A little bit of an indecision there, as their ambition is now getting rammed by then it caught fire, but they are still trying to shoot off at the Macbeth, missing every one of those Hades shots, as the arc was just terrible as they are losing their balloon. But now the Grand has the beat on the Macbeth, and they might just be able to take him out here. Oh, and there it goes. The final mortar shots do come raining on in.
Very well played. Very well played. That was so close to them. I kind of wish the Zill's Merry Men would have switched over to the Grand, because that was the more dangerous in this instance here. But it was well played. We are going to go to Dunes next, so we're going to have some more interesting battles.
Yep, no, that was a hard-fought match. Of course, we did have a little bit of a slow-mo going at the start there. Who knows how that affected both teams? But in the end, Sky Invading Rhinos do pull this out, but not before the Merry Men. Definitely put a little bit of a fear into the Sky Invading Rhinos in that match.
Yeah, you've got to imagine what Sky Invading Rhinos are thinking of next, because Dunes is a very open map. It's got very limited hard cover, so you got to imagine, what is Zill going to do next? What do we do to combat that? It's going to be interesting to see what Sir comes up with for this map. It looks like we're probably going to have to move to a different lobby so we can set it up.
Yep.
So
we will. Yep. We'll move on to the next lobby here. So, guys, while we get that started, we are going to take just a short break here. We are going to get into the next game as soon as we possibly can, so do stick around. Go and watch the dual stream in the meantime at robanddan.tv/live, and we'll be back here for our next match in just a moment. Guys, do not go anywhere. We will be right back.